the Bengals probably had the most shocking loss in week 1. And Kevin, you had the stat that Zach Taylor is brutal in week 1 and 2 as a head coach in general. Joe Burrow was off to a slow start. His receivers did not help him out, but their game plan was not the best, and especially a game that they were favored by more than a touchdown, if I'm not mistaken, in this game, and you end up losing outright. That's a tough look. But then they're also dealing with contract situations with Jamar Chase. And actually, Stephen A. Smith really blasted the Bengals ownership over the situation currently going on with Jamar Chase. So let's play that for a second.
You are listening to a guy and looking at a guy right now who hopes Cincinnati loses every single damn game they play until they sign that man and they give him his money. I hope that the Cincinnati Bengals fall flat on their damn face. That organization makes me sick. This man, Mike Brown, here you are. You got Joe Burrow, who is an all-world quarterback, won a national championship at LSU, came into the NFL. He got injured his first year as a rookie. His second year, he comes back. His third year, he comes back. And all he does is go to back-to-back AFC championship games. This is an organization that spent years having fans wear bags over their head. They wanted to, this is how horrid they were with his notoriously cheap-ass self, okay? He was considered the damn Donald Sterling of the National Football League. And here you are, you luck up. You get a guy like Joe Burrow on your squad who flat out balls, and doesn't matter who he goes up against. You pay him his money, but then gonna give a problem to the people that he utilizes as his primary weapons. Yeah. We know T. Higgins is hurt, but the bottom line is T. Higgins was looking for his money. You didn't pay him, you should have paid him too. Jamar Chase is one of the top receivers in the National Football League. Are we going to deny that, Dan Orlovsky or Jason?
No,
are we going to deny that? Jamar Chase is one of the top ballers in this game. That man deserves his money. He goes out there, he performs, he's focused. Joe Burrow utilizes him as a top weapon. He will talk smack to you, then he will get on the field and back it up. And that's one of the things that I'm sure RC and Swagoo will love what I'm about to say. It's one of the favorite things that I love about these cats from LSU. They talk a lot of smack against each other and compete against each other. You see what I'm saying? It's Odell Beckham Jr., it's Justin Jefferson, it's Jamar Chase, it's all of these cats. They talk about, and they're literally friendly, competing against one another about who's going to show out. And all of them can ball. All of them. And so you've got Joe Burrow out there as your quarterback. How the hell are you going to take care of the quarterback, but don't take care of what helps the quarterback be great?
So that's kind of the gist of it, of saying, hey, pay the man with Jamar Chase. Now Jamar Chase is still under contract for guys this season and next season, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
And also, I guess the point is to try to get ahead of what the deals are going to be as the salary cap continues to increase. I mean, guys, there's no – just being objective, those are good players. I mean, Joe Burrow, good player. Jamar Chase, good player. The Bengals, I don't feel bad about this situation because – that's something with an organization that they have. This is a problem they have to deal with. And guess what? It doesn't matter. You're choosing not to pay Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase isn't choosing to sign. You got to go play Kansas City with your team that you're dealing with. That's the reality of it. That is a game to watch, especially Chiefs are feeling good. They got 10 days off playing Cincy. It's in KC, correct, for this game?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I will also say too that I think Joe Burrow is 4-1 against Patrick Mahomes and Kansas City Chiefs. Somebody fact check me on that, but I think he does have a
3 or 4-1. He's 3-1 or 4-1 for sure. And so that's a storyline here. I mean, look, the Bengals have matched up well against Kansas City. He's 3-1. We got the fact check. Thank you, Kevin. We got our fact check here. And yes, so I don't feel bad about it, but that's one that we're all watching. How's this Kansas City offense look this next week? Can the Bengals offense bounce back against this Kansas City defense? And I'll tell you what, I'm sure that the run game will get figured out for Cincinnati, but do you think that they missed Joe Mixon in week 1? Having 100%. Zach Moss and Chase Brown, it's no knock to them. Joe Mixon was a beast in the opener for Houston. And that's a big weapon. I think Joe Mixon being out is going to hurt more than they are to lead on Especially, it looks like T. Higgins still isn't healthy. He's not going to be, if he does play, he's not going to be fully healthy.
Was just about to say that. Also, I don't think that Joe Burrow is healthy either. There was some footage of him kind of like nursing that wrist a little bit on the sidelines. And as we all know, we've seen this year in and year out with Joe Burrow and the Bengals. They're always a slow starter. Last year, they didn't start off great either. But you don't want to go 0-2. It doesn't matter what team you are. You don't want to go 0-2. And I think that there's a real possibility the Bengals do that this week.